So, hello grade 10. So, we are now in our module 4 for this quarter. So, our topic for today is about poems, songs, and speeches. So, bago natin basahin tong tula na to by Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken, is alamin muna natin kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng poems. So, sabi dito, so, para sa inyo, ano ba yung poem? So, sabi dito, poems are artistic tools that use language to make a composition which says more in a few words that has a much deeper meaning than just words. So, ibig sabihin ng poem is, it is a piece of writing. So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung mga great poets, so maraming mga successful na mga writer ng mga tula. So, dito, kahit tayo, for example, gagawa tayo ng tula. So, dito natin napapakita lahat na kung ano yung mga feelings na nararamdaman natin. So, sa pamamagitan ng pagsusulat ng tula, doon natin napapakita kung ano yung totoo nating nararamdaman. For example, nang hindi natin masabi kung ano yung ating nararamdaman. Pero, dahil sa tula, kumbaga malaya tayo, we are free na makagawa ng isang tula. Sabi pa, poems can be considered as creative form of a language. So, poems are divided into many genres such as epic, jazz, and nursery, and many others. So, merong 5 elements ang poetry. So, the first one is imagery. So, what is imagery? So, when we say imagery, so it includes the 5 senses. So, what are the 5 senses? Diba, merong sense of touch, smell. So, yun yung mga sinasabing senses. So, in imagery, for example, if we are going to read a poem, minsan, diba, nag-create tayo ng mental image sa ating utak. So, iniisip natin, kasi minsan may mga malalalim na salita tayo nakikita sa poem. So, iniisip natin kung ano ba yon. So, yun yung tinatawag na imagery. So, it is also a literary device. So, ito nga yung sinasabi ko na nag-create tayo as a reader. Habang nagbabasa, nag-create tayo ng image sa ating mind. So, the next one element is rhythm. So, when we say rhythm, so it is the beat or the repetition of the poem. Kumbaga, meron siyang stress and unstressed syllable. So, pag magbabasa ka na isang tula, hindi yung pantay lang sa pagbabasa na parang yung naka-monotone sound. So, meron dapat siyang taas-baba sa pagbabasa. So, meron din namang mga tula na walang rhythm. So, yun yung mga tinatawag na free verse. And then, the next is sound. So, when we say sound, so parang same lang din siya sa rhythm, but, so, yung meron siyang mga common devices. Meron siyang mga sound devices. So, for example, is repetition. So, when we say repetition, yung pag-ulit-ulit ng word. For example, sorry, not sorry. Yung sorry, 2 beses siyang inulit. So, time in time. So, merong 2 word na inulit. Tapos, the next one is rhyme. So, dun sa rhyme is merong sa dulo, sa end ng word is parehas. For example, dito sa ating tula, na the road not taken. So, meron for example, itong word na would. Tsaka dito sa kabila is stood. So, yun yung tinatawag na sound na rhyme. Yung magkadulo is magkatunog. So, the next one is the alliteration. So, when we say alliteration is, it is first consonant ng word. First consonant ng letter. For example, Peter Piper, pick a peck. So, ibig sabihin yung P sa unahan is consonant. So, lahat sila is nag-start sa letter P. So, the last one is the assonance. So, when we say assonance is repetition of vowels. So, dito sa ating tula, ito yung assonance. For example, ito. Sorry, I could not travel both. So, yung O dun sa sorry, yung O dun sa could, yung O dun sa not, tsaka yung O sa both. So, yun yung tinatawag na assonance. At sila yung mga sound devices sa poem. So, the next, pang-apat na figurative language, pang-apat na elements is the figurative language. So, when we say figurative language, in Tagalog, it is a matatalinhagang salita. So, kaya ito yung tinatawag nila mga flowery words. So, sila yung mga figurative language, sila yung nagpapaganda doon sa tula. For example, yung simile. When we say simile, it is using like or as. For example, white as snow. So, gumagamit sila ng mga ganon, metaphor, personification, para mapaganda yung yung tula. And these are all present in poetry and add color. So, yun yung sinasabi ko, nagiging maganda or makulay ang tula kapag merong mga figurative language na kasama. Tapos, dahil rin sa mga figurative language, may mga expression tayo na gumagamit tayo ng mga unfamiliar words para mas lalo siyang gumanda. So, the last element is the line and stanzas. So, sabi dito, the line owns you, telling you 4 lines there. So, yung tinatawag na yung guhit o yung, for example, sa isang tula, meron siyang isang stanza or sa isang stanza meron siyang 3 line or 4 na line. So, depende sa tula kung ano siya. So, yung line is, kagaya ng sabi dito, the line is very important part of poetry. In fact, that's another thing that makes it unique to prose. In prose, you can format the lines however you want and it has no impact on the writing. However, in the poetry, that's not the case. So, dapat, ang lines and stanzas is maganda. Mas nakakadagdag din siyang, mas maganda siyang tingnan kung maayos ang pagkakalagay ng line tsaka stanza. So, balikan natin yung ating tula. So, the road not taken by Robert Frost. So, sabi dito, please read the text below. Upon reading the selection, observe how the texts are structured. So, paano ba siya nakastructure? Paano ba siya nagkakasunod-sunod? Maganda ba yung pagkakagawa niya ng tula? Tapos, and analyze how words are used creatively to make sound and lyric writing. Kagaya nga, kumbaga dito, titingnan nyo kung unique ba ang pagkakagawa ng tula. Tapos, yung mga words na nandito, kumbaga i-analyze nyo. Minsan kasi kapag nagbabasa tayo ng tula, lalo na kapag may mga nakikita tayong, yung mahihirap na words, minsan parang tinatamad na tayo, pero dapat, nagtiting pa tayo ng mas creative pa doon. And sabi pa dito, you may also take down notes of the terms that are unfamiliar to you and define them as you move along to the next activity. So, sa activity, mayroong mga unfamiliar words and then, bibigyan nyo siya ng meaning. So, basahin nyo yung tula na The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. And then, answer the activity. Ang unang activity is the unlocking of difficult terms. So, merong 4 na difficult na mga terms dito and then, bibigyan nyo siya ng meaning galing sa dictionary. So, sa processing question naman, it is about the poem. So, babasahin nyo siya. After nyo mabasa, sasagutin nyo ang mga question na to hanggang 1, 2, 4. So, basahin yung mabuting tula para masagutan nyo itong question. So, next is songs. So, when we say songs, kumbaga awit. So, it is a musical composition. So, parang parehas lang din siya sa poem. Kaso kasi ang poem is tula. Tapos yung kanta is ganun din. Sinulat lang din siya. Sabi dito, it is a composition containing words set to music and meant to be sung by singer. So, yung mga kanta, syempre, talagang kinukompose yun. Tapos, merong singer. So, dito, the words in a song are set in such a manner that they rhyme like a poetry to have an enhanced effect. Songs may be religious, folk, pop, artistic, and so on. So, dito, sa activity number 1 natin, analyzing the poem. So, sabi, read the poem again. After reading, answer the following questions that follow. So, meron pa rin question dito na kailangan nyong masagutan. So, basahin nyo ulit para mas maintindihan ninyo kung ano ibig sabihin ng the road na taken. So, dito, activity number 2, from poems to song. Songs, just like poems, are used to express emotion. So, yung poems tsaka song is paras lang siya. Kung ang poem ay may mga feelings, emotions na pinapakita, same lang din sa song. So, in this time of crisis that we are facing, COVID-19 pandemic, a way to conquer this challenge is through singing a song and dedicating it to our frontliners. So, alam naman siguro natin, kumbaga alam natin lahat, we all know the song, Fight Song. So, sabi dito, after reading, singing the lyrics, please answer the questions that follow. So, you need to sing the song, Fight Song. So, I know, alam nyo tong kanta na ito. So, wag nyo na akong pakantahin kasi masyadong maganda talaga yung boses ko. So, dito, after nyo siyang mabasa or makanta or ipi-play nyo yung music, so, merong question dito. O, sabi, what is the song all about? So, you need to explain. Tatlong questions lang naman to na kailangan ninyo masagutan. And then, may papagawa akong activity. You need to make, you need to sing a song, at least one religious song. And then, ipapasa nyo siya sa akin. So, kailangan memorize nyo yung kanta, guys. Activity nyo, meron kayong, or kakanta kayo ng isang religious song. Okay? So, next. So, sa lesson 2 natin is speeches. So, ito yung maganda. So, para minsan, para makonquer natin yung ating fear, lalo na kapag nakaharap tayo sa tao. So, kailangan natin mag-practice. So, di ba minsan is may mga speech tayong ginagawa. So, meron ditong speech na I Have a Dream by Martin Luther King. So, itong speech na to is famous din siya. Tapos, it was delivered August 28, 1963. So, mahaba itong speech na to by Martin Luther King Jr. So, basahin nyo ito. Yan, basahin nyo yan. And then, meron kayong i-memorize dito. From here, I have a dream that one day this nation, up to sa end. Okay, hanggang dito sa thank God Almighty, we are free at last. So, included to sa exam nyo class, so kailangan nyo siyang i-memorize. Galing dito, I have a dream, hanggang dito sa dulo. Kailangan nyo siyang ma-memorize. So, bali dalawa yung activity na gagawin nyo Yung isang religious song na aawitin nyo, individual, at saka itong itong speech. Kailangan nyo siyang ma-memorize. So, sabi dito, what is speech? Ano ba yung speech? It is an oral communication and the ability to express one's thoughts and emotion by speech, sound, and gesture. So, kapag nag-speech, merong mga klase yan merong mga impromptu na tinatawag. So, dito sa speech, napapakita nyo rin dito yung emotions ninyo. Tapos, dapat, kapag mag-speech kayo, so, dapat alam na alam nyo kung ano yung topic na gagamitin nyo. So, para yung mga audience is, makot nyo yung attention nila at masundan nila kayo. So, merong tatlong types ang speech. The first one is the informative speech. So from the title itself, informative is to inform. So kapag gagawa tayo ng mga speech like for example, COVID-19. So uh, for example is yung on how to prevent kung paano tayo kumbaga, paano tayo hindi magkaroon ng COVID-19. So ano ba yung mga ways na dapat natin gawin? So sabi dito, this speech is intended to inform and to share new ideas and build perception about a specific topic. It gives the information of your topic to the audience. So, dahil doon, pag nag-speech na kayo, kumbaga, malalaman ng mga tao kung ano yung gusto nyong iparating sa kanila. So, the goal of the speech is to give the audience a new understanding or new appreciation of some topic with which one might be familiar. So, yun yung informative speech is intended to inform. So, the next one is persuasive. So, when we say persuasive, this speech is written to convince the listener of the validity of the speaker's argument. For example, na may binibenta kayo. So, kailangan ma-persuade nyo sila na dapat bumili. For example, beauty products. So, paano nyo ba? Ano ba yung gagawin yung what are the ways that you're going to do for you to convince the audience na bumili ng product mo? So, dapat ikaw magaling kang magsalita na para mainganyo mo yung mga tao o yung mga listeners or readers mo na bumili sa'yo. So, yun yung tinatawag na persuasive speech. So, the last one is the argumentative speech. So, this speech tries to change the reader's mind by convincing him or her to agree with your viewpoint. So, for example, di ba, ako yung nag-speech. So, dapat, kung yung listener is meron siyang ibang point of view, so dapat, ikaw na nag-speak is, ma-convince mo siya or, kumbaga, dapat kung ano yung, for example, kung ano yung pinapaniwalaan mo as na ikaw nag-speech, so dapat yung mga listener, ganun din. So, para parehas kayo ng point of view. This attempts to be highly persuasive and logical. It usually assumes that the reader disagrees with the writer, but it should be noted that the reader is no intelligent than the writer. So, dapat yung reader, yung listener, so dapat, nag-a-agree kung ano yung sinasabi ng writer o yung nag-i-speak. So, yun yung tinatawag na argumentative speech. So, dito, meron kayong activity 1, analyzing the speech. So, answer the following questions based on the speech of Martin Luther King Jr. I have a dream. So, meron 2 question dito na kailangan yung masagutan. So, sabi, what do you think is the purpose of the speech? So, ano ba sa tingin nyo ang purpose ng speech? Bakit siya isinulat or ginawa ni Martin Luther King? And why did Martin Luther King Jr. chose the word dream? So, bakit sa tingin nyo? So, kapag nabasa nyo yung speech is maiintindihan nyo. So, I hope na may naintindihan kayo, and if you have still question and clarifications, feel free to ask your teacher. So, congratulations and